Okay, so here we are at Unit 1, Lesson 1. Let me go ahead and explain this title screen here so that you'll understand what you're getting into. Up here will be your unit and your lesson. Let's hope that I keep those things updated correctly and that says the proper lesson. If it doesn't, you can let me know. This is going to be your learning goal, and so this will tell you what you're expected to know. And then you have the math standard covered. So please do note that in these honor classes, we have to cover 7th and 8th grade standards. In Lesson 1, we are going to talk about understanding exponential, factor, and standard forms of exponents, and then we'll talk about how to evaluate them. Since none of you have had class with me before, it's important that you understand what I'm asking for on homework assignments and assessments. Understand that in math, we have very specific terms that we use to tell other people what we want them to give to us, right? What we're looking for. So in the past, you may have had teachers who use the words like solve and evaluate and simplify to mean the same things. But it's important to understand that in math, those words mean very different things. So I want to tell you what they mean so that you can give me what I want. So to solve something means that we're going to find the value of the variable. Now we've heard people use this word in terms of given a word problem to solve that problem. But in math, we're using it for a very specific purpose. We want to solve in an equation for a variable to find the value of that variable. So here we have 2x is equal to 16. If we're going to solve that equation, we're going to look for the value of x. And we know how to find that because we know how to solve an equation. We're simply going to divide by 2 on both sides. And that's going to cancel out our 2's and give us that x is equal to 8. We have now solved that problem because we know that x is equal to 8. Of course, we can check that problem to find out if 8 is actually the correct answer by plugging it back in. However, when we evaluate an equation, what we're doing is we're taking a value like this, evaluate 2x when x is equal to 5. We know the value of the variable. So we're going to plug that value back in and evaluate or get a value for this expression. We evaluate expressions, right? So this is for expressions, and we solve equations, right? So we solve equations, we evaluate expressions. Expressions have no equal sign, right? And equations do. So when we evaluate this, we get a value of 10 for that expression right there. We know that when x is equal to 5, 2x will be equal to 10. That's what we mean by evaluate. And then we have simplifying. Simplifying is neither solving or evaluating. It's making it as simple as possible. We're going to take that expression and simplify it as much as possible. So in this case, we know that 2x and 3x can be combined to give us 5x. And when we do that, 5x plus 9 is the simplified version of that expression. Now we can simplify expressions. We can also simplify on the left or right side of the equal sign of an equation. Now you know what I'm asking for. Make sure you understand, and we'll move on.